Hi there, it's EJ. It's really nice and sunny today. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate if you just hit the subscribe button and support me. I want to talk about something quickly. I want to talk about living life intentionally. I know in this life sometimes we live without realizing that we're just drifting, or we've just become driftwood, or we're going with the flow, or we are on autopilot most of the time. But it really makes a very big difference, and you make big progress when you become intentional about life, when you become intentional about every single thing that you're doing. Because I don't think in this life we are meant to go with the flow. I don't think we are meant to just drift, because when we do that, we do not have any form of progress if you really think of it. But if you become intentional about your life, the reason why you exist. If you're a man, you become intentional about being a man. If you're a mother, if you become intentional about being a mother, it makes a very big difference than just living without having the realization that you're actually living a life full of purpose. And one of the things that you will have to do is to be consistent with reminding yourself that you are living life intentionally. Basically what I'm saying is you have to be conscious about the things that you do, and being conscious about the reason why you do what you do. The consciousness also has to be the consciousness that will make you reflect on some of your actions and every action that you take. That's being intentional about life. When you do that, it makes a very big difference. It's like a farmer has to wake up with the intention of, I've got to till my land, or I have to harvest. It's the intention, or the intentional part of it, that makes a very big difference. I don't think if any pilot would just fly a plane without being intentional about everything that he's doing, it will be a successful flight. I think the reason why they succeed in flying planes around is because they are intentional in terms of every action that they're taking. So yeah, my point is, let's be intentional. It will make a very big difference. It will go a long way. You will begin to make a lot of progress when you're intentional. So be intentional about life, because we are all given to the gift of being creators, or we are creators. We create things. But why you're doing what you're doing, why you've been doing what you've been doing, why you've made mistakes and how you've made mistakes, be intentional. In order to create things, you have to be intentional. You have to say, it's like when you have goals and you say, I want to do this, and then you take the first step. But most of the time you take the first step, the second step, the third step. By the eighth step, you are just kind of end up going with the flow, and sometimes you forget why you're doing what you're doing. But when you decide to be intentional, I'm talking on a daily basis, being intentional about what you're doing today, being intentional about why you're hanging out with certain people. Sometimes you carry baggages that not supposed to carry. Sometimes you hang out with people that you're not supposed to hang out with. Sometimes you do things that you're not supposed to be doing because you're not being intentional. You're just going with the flow. So be intentional. It will make a very big difference. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. The subscribe button. Did I say it right? The subscribe button, the red button.